All right, what's going on, guys? What's going on? I'm trying a little simulated natural gas trade here. We seem to have all the components met, right? 3 hour CCI, 1 hour CCI, cycling up, in an uptrend, off the opening range, right? Got in a little early, and we're waiting, for this breakout closeout. Break above, close above. That's what we're waiting for on natural gas. We're going to test it out on natural gas. Very little risk, right? Right below the candle that made the breakout. I think that's a good spot, and we'll see how that works. Let's go over all of the indices here. Let's go over to the S&P and take a look, see what's going on. There's 930. There it is. Come on. Got a little bit of lag today. A little bit of lag, I'm noticing. Wow, that's a lot of lag. All right, so mixed signals now, right? We've got CCI on that middle time frame has dropped below the zero line. Very bearish candle. I think this is because of a couple of things. Technically, from a technical analysis standpoint, look, we're extended on the 3 hour chart. You've got your ice blue candles. Trend cloud is warning you, hey, 3 hour trend is extended, starting to cycle down. We have good momentum. We are still maintaining the trend on the 1 hour chart. CCI is starting to break below negative 100. That's not what we want. Very bearish candle forming on the opening range here. So it was looking good. It was looking the strongest out of everything. And now we just got mixed signals with it. Right. Maybe this is the beginning of a little bit of a downward move because of the big meeting today with President Putin. There you go. It's kind of showing its hand today as to what it wants to do. Very bearish candle forming the opening range, right? Very bearish candle forming the opening range. Okay. So what to do here, right? Can we substitute the extended trend as momentum and treat this as if CCI is already below negative 100 and then treat this as a short? Or do we get a whole bunch of chop today? Right? Look how that 15-minute chart became extended right at the fifth wave, broke below, recalculated, and now we're pretty much going sideways, right? Because here's the top of the swing, here's the bottom of the swing, and we just broke below that. So price action is to the downside on the smaller time frame here, right? All you need is a break below structure to choose the direction of price action. There you go. That happens to be right at the 50 simple moving average on the 1 hour chart. So that's where it's finding support. But we've just got this ton of momentum on the 1 hour chart. So, pretty frustrating having to filter out every day, filtering out trades. I think the one thing that I was not doing after going through all of this back testing, proving that the system works, proving that the strategy is effective and profitable. I don't think I was leveraged enough. When you see a premium setup, because we go through this incredible filtration process and we're very selective as to what trends, as to what trades we take. You need to trade the full contract and you need to trade multiple contracts, right? At least in the prop trading account, right? Because if you don't and you just trade the micros, you're not going to get very far. It took me, almost a month to reach $3,000, the micros, even longer. It was longer than that. And then, so I think trading the full contract is going to be best, right? That's what we did in competition, right? Because we weren't as nervous, in competition. So premium setups are going to make you the most money. And in order to really put a cushion between you and that $2,000 drawdown that Topstep gives you in those rules, I think I'm going to start using three contracts, take off two at a 1-to-1, give myself a cushion, and then let the rest run. Right? I think that is the best way to go about this, at least for now. You got to get a feel for what the market is doing and and then come up with your risk management plan because I think it's very different. The trend cloud stop loss that we built, this thing has been working very nicely. And it is on ATR multiplier of 3, ATR period 14. That's average true range. Okay, and it's working very well. You can see it here, right here. And remember, the candle has to close above in order for it to trigger stop out, right? It can pierce it, but it cannot close above. If it closes above this right here, then that would be a stop out, right? So you have to do that manually and wait for that candle to close. Candle forming here. And honestly, it's Friday. There's a big meeting today. We might get a very short move, right? We might get a very short move, or we might go sideways, right? We hate that. We hate those sideways movements. Let's take a look at gold. We haven't looked at gold for a while. Gold is just all over the place. I mean, look at the opening range on gold. My God. Break to the downside, break to the upside. Now it's breaking to the downside again. How are you going to trade that? You know, you've got to go by this. It looks like trend cloud is working out nicely on that higher time frame of gold. You just got to trade what you see. You know, here we are. 3 hour and 1 hour chart on gold. Looks like it makes more sense. Right here. Made a move, pulls back, made another move. What's that three? What's that stop loss look like on gold here? See how it stopped you out here? It pulled back, stopped you out here, and then trend cloud signals. So maybe with gold, you need a multiplier of like 3 looks like it's working. 3 looks like it's working nicely as well. Yeah, looks like it's working nicely as well on that lower time frame there. You get plenty of a move there. Maybe you go to 4. Let's see, multiplier of 4. Meh. Yeah, there you go. Gold, you need a wider ATR. There you go. Gold wants to use 4. ATR. That's pretty obvious. I mean, look at that. That's what you want. That is what you want. All right, cool. How's our natural gas trade performing? Looks like it's doing well. Yep, there's the breakout, right? I saw that this morning on natural gas. We had all of our conditions met on natural gas. And wow, really nice breakout there. Natural gas taking off. Okay. Should start watching natural gas on our opening range. Wow, really taking off. What about crude oil? Is crude oil doing the same? Right, crude oil is hanging out around $63 a barrel, and we are looking at move to the downside there. Right, downtrend on the 3 hour, breaking below the zero line. That's where we want to be for a short. Prices below the 50 simple on the 1 hour, below negative 100, right? Cycling down, cycling down. This looks good. This looks good. That looks good for a nice breakout to the downside. It did, broke to the downside. Look at that. 15-minute chart is about to become extended. Fourth wave, right? Wants to recalculate soon. So that's a bit dangerous. Yesterday, it broke to the upside. Let's see. We had everything we needed to go long yesterday, and it did. Broke to the upside, pulled back, and that's on the 15-minute opening range. You can see the time is a little bit different, right? Usually the energy market, we do the opening 5-minute, but this looks good. That looks good as well. All right, we may want to pay attention to that. Gold, my God, gold is a mess. All right, let's go back to the ES here and just see what is going on. I think we're going to get a sideways. I think we're going to get a sideways movement today, guys. Hasn't quite broken through that 50 simple moving average on the 1 hour chart just yet. And that's what we would need to go short. We've got a very bearish candle forming the opening range, probably on everything. Let's scan everything. Q, yeah, same thing. A little bit of a bounce on the YM. Super wide opening range. Extended on the 1 hour chart. Yikes. I am extended on the 1 hour chart, which means we want to get below here somewhere. I think we're going to have a wonky market today with the news and want to finish this damn combine so bad. Nothing I can do. There's nothing you can do about news, right? There's nothing you can do about news, pending news. I don't know why the market would be waiting on, but it is. Extended trends, mixed signals, right? We got an uptrend that's extended, but yet momentum is below negative 100, very bearish candle. So, I mean, if anything, we're looking like we're probably going to get some. There it is, 9-4. Here's the opening range, guys. Super wide opening range. If anything, it looks like we're going to get some kind of small breakout to the downside, and then it's going to do some kind of deep retracement. I don't know. I mean, look at how wide that opening range is. I mean, indecisiveness, right? That the candle that forms the opening range is a pretty good, I would say it's an excellent precursor to the breakout. Right? If you have a bearish candle forming the opening range, probably going to break out to the downside. If you have a bullish candle, probably going to break out to the upside. And we've seen that over and over again. Now throw in the fact that you've got this extended trend on the 1 hour chart, and it wants to break below here. Where's the average daily range? Where's our ADR checkpoints? Yeah, look at that. That's a really nice target. That's pretty far away on the 15-minute chart there too. But yeah, I don't know. Do you go short? You want to jump the gun, go short right here and take this. This could be your target right here. We could target the 50 simple moving average with one contract, right? 50 simple moving average is also the very top of the opening range. I mean, of the 3 hour trend cloud. The targets make sense. We've got a trend cloud signal firing off here. This is on the YM. I don't know. That looks kind of nice. We go short here. We can have a small target. We can have a small stop loss, put the stop loss right there above that candle, directly above that candle. Right? Let's get over to the YM. Can't believe I'm doing this. I am your Dow. Oh, look at that. 4 hour drop base rally right here. The opening range, one of those previous opening range. That's interesting. Interesting. Zero. Should have. That's now or never. I don't know. It's not our. It's not our thing, right? It's not our set. It's not our setup. Makes sense though. It makes sense though. Let's do it on the simulator here. Let's sell two. Oh, here we go. Ripping. Yep. 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 It's ripping to the downside there. It's ripping to the downside. Looks like it wants to do that. Boy. Order filled. Going for it, guys. First target 45050. 45052. 45052. 45052. Where is it? What the heck? Oh, pulling back. 45049. Down to the 5 minute and watch this. Gonna do whatever it's gonna do. Wacky thing here. Gotta be super, super duper careful. It's gonna pull back, take me out, $30. Gotta be super careful. Didn't work. Made $30. Six gonna do some wonky shit today, guys. It's gonna do some wonky shit. Maybe now it reverses. Go for it again. 2 minutes left. Should really wait for that 5 minute. I don't know. There's too much. There's too many variables, right? You either do it or you don't. You either do it or you don't. Let's see what's going to happen here. If it reverses, we can take it, sell. We'll sell two at a reversal. If it does, maybe it pulls back up here. Yep, I knew. Kind of felt like it was going to do that, huh? 1 minute. Bottom is going to fall out of this. Does the bottom fall out? Does the bottom fall out of this? And then we go right here and take off one here. That was something else on my trading view account. Now look at this. Look at this wonkiness going all the way back up there, huh? Oh, that's the Dow trade. Okay. And $500 risk, all right? Both contracts, $1,000 taken off right there. That is one contract right there. Buy limit right there. 5-minute breakout. Second target. I don't know. We may want to just take both off right there. I mean, you don't know how far down this is going to go. We'll just trail the second one. We'll just trail the second one here. That's definitely the target that we want. 2 minutes left. We can even tighten up the risk, right? Go there, 250. Problem is that, I mean, that's structure. We've got structure there. You really want it here, but it's either going to work or it's not. If we get some kind of crazy whipsaw, whatever, nothing we can do about that. We want to see the bottom, this thing drop out and recalculate here. Really big candle here, really big candle. And we're going to do that anyway. We're going to follow this down on the 5-minute chart anyway. Let's open this up. We've got the one target in there at the 50 simple on the 1 hour. That makes sense. All right. And then we got ADR. We got this drop base rally here. Okay, top of the hour, 5 seconds. Whoa, look at that, guys. Wow, look at that. Look at that drop. Beautiful, beautiful drop. Bottom fell out. Do we get some massive kind of reversal here? No, very nice drop there. Very nice drop. Bottom really fell out of that. So let's get risk-free. What are you going to do? Risk-free. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. We can never assume that we know what's going to happen, right? Very nice. All right, let's see what this thing is going to do. Really felt that, man. All right, we don't want any kind of wonky kind of like this, like complete retracement, right? Of something. We just got to let it do what it's going to do. We don't want to see any kind of retracement. And then that was a really nice gap down, flexible in your expectations, right? Flexible in your expectations. Protect the capital as if your life depended on it, because it does, to be honest with you. So I'm in a risk-free trade here, 2 contracts. It's going to go as far as it's going to go. We don't want it to pull back and retest, and that's looks like is it going to do something wonky? We don't know. We don't know what it's going to do. That's why you have to protect your capital as if your life depended on it. Got to protect your capital. And if it takes me out again here, I mean, that's going to be it for me, guys. Very, very selective. Very selective. You got to use your skills. Use the data that you have on the chart with your trend cloud, read it. What is it right now? And, that's the best you can do. 1 hour chart, you can see we're going for that. We're going for that. You always put it right at the top there, right? Going for that 1 hour target, right? The 50 simple on the 1 hour chart. That's our target right there. That's what we want. Do we get what we want? And that's also, I don't know, maybe we should take both targets right there and call it a day. I don't know. What have we got down here? Where is our ADR checkpoint? Where is our ADR checkpoint here? We got a better fill here on the, we saw it happening, right? We saw it happening here. This needs to break below. This needs to break below there. ADR, all right? ADR 44,851. 44,851. Oops, what am I doing here? 44,851. That's our ADR checkpoint. All right, we got 5 minutes left in this free Zoom call that I got going on here. Make sure you guys drink 1 glass of water at the top of the hour. Every hour. That's what you need to do. Getting risk-free it's a good thing. And there's no way, I think I was talking to Seth about it. about if I only, if I kept it like up here, I would have made it, but I got risk free and I kept a tight stop or whatever. I don't think you can beat yourself up about that. You just got to take what the market gives you. That's where that quote from Mark Douglas, right? Trading in the zone. This is your Bible, guys. Okay. Rigid with your rules, flexible with your expectations, right? You can only take what the market gives you. You're not going to be able to time some kind of whipsaw that's going on or what. You're not going to be able to do that. You just got to take, you just got to get risk free and take what the market gives you. Sometimes it will hit your targets, and what's worse, taking a full stop out and losing $500 or getting risk free and only making $30. Your pain. Don't think about what you want in life. Oh, I want this, I want that. Think about choosing your pain. It's more visceral. You can feel it more. It's do I want the pain of this or do I want the pain of that? What's what's more tolerable for me? The pain of I only made $30 or the pain of I lost $500. You decide that, right? You decide. Nice. All right. Let's lock in some profits here. Got 2 minutes left on this video. Come on, let's get this on video. Let's get it on video. Come on. That's good content right there. Oh, it just kind of tapped it, right? Just kind of tapped it. How can I get out one contract? By buying one? Would that do it? I don't think I want to experiment on that. I'm just going to leave it alone, right? You get a bounce off of the 50, get a bounce off the 50 that first time, right? Around. It's going to happen. Don't ever assume you know what's going to happen. That will also keep you safe. Squeeze every penny out of this trade, right? And we'll see what happens here. Bring it up a little, help it out a little bit. We got 1 minute left in this video. Just going to let it run, see what happens here. Just let this thing go as far as it's going to go without retracing. It's a nice bearish 1 hour candle. There you go. Bearish candle formed the opening range, broke out to the downside, made a nice move. That's pretty much all we can tell. We can't see that far into the future, right?